Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK111. Our sister, Miss Smith, isn't here right now, so we're staring at both of y'all. We are chilling. We are listening to Sean Brown's Rappin Duke. And the reason why I'm playing, I'm just playing this. I'm just going to play it for just we opening the show, and I'm just going to fucking dismiss it after that. The reason why The reason why I'm fucking playing it is because this is all Old Town Road is to me. This is all that shit is to me. That's it. It's Rappin Duke. It's It's Rappin Duke. That's all it is to me. You know what I mean? Sean Brown's Rappin Duke is Old Town Road, but whatever, you know what I mean? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast, everybody.
Welcome to the Rap Delites program,
you know what I mean? We are doing a thing. No cultural appropriation, no gossip, just the real shit for the ages. I'ma turn down Sean Brown's Rappin Duke.
You could have chose to spend this time with anyone,
but you chose to spend it with us. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Thank you. What Andy Kaufman? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You gotta roll the tongue a little bit more.
Thank you very much. I can't do it. Oh man, but whatever. We're gonna get into what we've been listening to this week. You know, we always give y'all some dope shit to listen to. This segment just basically so you can go back and go check some shit out or some new stuff that's out or like that. Just like our like critics pick type of joint. You know what I mean? So we're gonna shoot over here to my man TSK1. What you been listening to, bro?
Or to see if we been listening to the same shit.
Yeah, that too.
Well, this shit, you know, then hit the waves like a fucking, you know, like a shock wave, if you will. I mean, because everybody been listening. I've been running to, you know, heads listening to this everywhere.
To real heads?
Indeed, yes.
The real heads.
So I was listening to it, and then I was getting text messages and links to it, and this shit, and I put it on, and this shit is bananas, man. This shit just like real raw vintage, you know, hip hop mixtape. Pete Rock, a tribute to James Brown. That's what I'm listening to.
Oh. Like you said, we have a group text and he sent it out to the group text where like that, and this shit is hitting.
This shit is bananas, man. It's like
hitting.
real rich because this is real mixtape.
Yeah.
And we talked about mixtapes last episode, and you know, and the discrepancy of what a real mixtape is. Now these shits is real mixtape.
Yeah, that's a mixtape.
These motherfuckers go into DJs to go to a studio and do a mix and then load that shit onto the internet.
Yeah.
Similar like how this shit is.
Yeah, pretty much. Now you can. Where did you saw it on YouTube?
I saw it. Yeah, I caught it.
On
And
YouTube.
then I saw that people was telling me to listen to it, and I was already on it. You know what I mean?
So it's strictly on YouTube.
Pretty much, yeah. That's all I always saw.
Yeah. So if you got YouTube or whatever like that, make sure you check that out. And while you on YouTube, you can subscribe to the Rap Delites podcast at YouTube/Rap Delites.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Shameless promotions.
But nah, the grit and the grime of it, man, it just take me back to hip hop in the '80s, man. You know, when it was that rich James Brown and the JB's, you know, sound that everybody was.
And we talked about that on one of the earlier episodes about James Brown. What was the brother that you had mentioned? That what was it? James Brown's drummer?
Yeah, Clark Stubblefield.
Yeah. That we talked about that in one of the earlier episodes of Rap Delites. You know what I mean?
Clark Stubblefield being the funky drummer, who is one of the unsung heroes and or pioneers of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and the culture.
Yeah.
Even deeper than, you know, under the root of the fucking culture because it's his drums.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his drums that permeate every fucking drum track and every booming system from border to border and from coast to coast. So this is Clyde Stubblefield, and if you don't know who he is,
look him up or go back to one of the earlier Rap Delites podcasts and get the breakdown of him.
Yeah, do that and
subscribe, and like, and comment.
Some time on YouTube.
Yeah, comment too. You know what I mean? I like to see arguments in the comments.
Comment in the section.
I like to see the arguments in the comments.
So like friction. Talk about the funky drummer. What was your favorite drum pattern?
Yeah. So yeah, this joint is on YouTube. Does Pete Rock have a YouTube page?
I'm not sure. I think he does.
I would hope he does, because I just found it like randomly. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you get a chance to check all this stuff out, Pete Rock, he did his thing on this joint right here. It's on YouTube.
And what it is, you know, again, it's just Pete just mixing many of the vintage.
The motherfuckers forget that Pete is a DJ.
He's a DJ.
You know what I mean?
DJ spent cut his tooth at the knee of Marley Marl on Hot 97. Was it Hot 97?
I don't even remember.
At the time, this is coming out of the 80s into the 90s. So you know, and Pete Rock was Marley Marl's on-air DJ.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a prestigious position.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I guess that's why he was using a lot of that Juice Crew shit in the early production.
That always came to mind, but for that close association,
yeah,
you know, I mean, why wouldn't it?
Yeah, because he used to use all that shit.
It was like all that Pete Rock shit.
Yeah, all that shit.
It was just like that.
All that Biz and Kane shit and all that kind of stuff.
That richness and that shit that Pete would scratch up on those hooks, you know, that Juice Crew shit, man. It was just the real.
Yeah. Shout out to Pete Rock. You know what I mean? You don't know nothing about the fucking Rob bass, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna let this rock a little bit. Really? Oh man. Motherfuckers used to front on Rob Bass, man. Rob Bass, he was dope. For what he was doing,
it was dope, man. It's like cats used to front on, like, how could you front? Anybody would front on Rob. It's like, you doing too much.
Yeah. You just reaching for motherfuckers to hate on. You a hater.
You are a hater.
Yeah, you a hater.
He in the jam. He got his jam. He up in there and he out and he showing everybody a good time. And you fucking hate.
Yeah, you mad.
Vlad.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. All right, so Pete Rock, James Brown tribute. What I've been listening to, they got 2 new joints out. Like, what I do is I'll listen to like some not older shit, but I'll listen to whatever I'm listening to during the week or whatever like that. And then if something drop on Friday, then I might, like, if it's dope, I'll like alter, or I might do both of them. You know what I mean? Or like that. You know what I mean? But Beast Coast has a new joint out called Escape from New York, and I didn't know who the fuck these dudes were.
Beast Coast.
Beast Coast. I didn't know who the fuck these dudes were, but there was a video of them with Big Tigger.
Okay.
On some like Rap City basement shit.
Basement shit.
Yeah. And that's I was like, who the fuck is these dudes? And then when the album just dropped, I'm like, let me check these dudes out or like that. And it's a cool little album, you know what I mean? It's like they just rap dudes. You know what I mean? From New York or like that. It's almost reminiscent to me. It's like almost like some cellar dwellers ass shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not they don't sound like the cellar dwellers, but like on that type of vibe, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, they got a joint out, Escape from New York. Dope title, I think. You know what I mean?
Escape from New York.
Yeah, harkens back to, you know, who's that?
Where about New York they from?
I don't know where they're from. I didn't do a whole lot of background on them. I just heard this shit last night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They got a joint called It Ain't Easy. That's the joint that's playing now. They got another joint on here and they talking about chicks.
Just listening to the flavor and the sound, it's like a little more like current, more up to date rap, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not like throwback shit, whatever like that. But I mean, just their look and their vibe. I just like on some cellar door. Like they had like They like, yo, I'll show them to you. You know what I mean? Go through all that or like that.
You know I fuck with the cellar dwellers.
Yeah, the good dwellers. But this joint is dope. If you get a chance to check out,
it's just them their record cover. That shit is
yeah,
that shit is bananas. I was looking at that earlier.
Yeah, there's some dope shit. So yeah, they got a joint. I'm vibing out. You know what I mean? They got a dope ass joint, and YG got a joint called For Real.
YG, is that to do with the?
That's to do with the pilgrim shoes on. The pilgrim shoes.
What's this shit called? For Real.
For Real. And YG, you know, he's known to be collaborate with Nipsey Hussle a lot or whatever like that. And I was actually doing some yard work listening to this joint right here. You know what I mean? And then he got some joints on there. It's West Coast street dude shit or whatever like that. But it's some dope shit on here. He got this joint called Hard Bottoms and White Socks. Bottle service is dope.
Hard Bottoms and White Socks.
Hard Bottoms and White Socks. What's the other joint? He got this like Spanish joint on here. Go Loco.
That's the shit we was listening.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
He got a Spanish joint on here. Go Loco. Stop Snitching is dope. He got some shit on here. This him Tiger.
So is he Latino? Or?
No, I don't think he Latino. I just think it's probably just something you do if you into like Latino chicks with her like that. So you throw a little joint on there for him with her like that. Remember Diddy had that joint Senorita on he had that joint Senorita on was that No Way Out? Yeah.
This is one of his ploys.
Yeah, it's one of his ploys, you know what I mean? He's the biggest stalker of us all, man.
One of his ploys.
Yeah, you do that. I mean, entertainers are known to do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You do some shit just to pull the women in or whatever like that. Yeah.
So you got to do.
Yeah. So that joint he got some joints on here. YG always brings some heat though. I like YG, you know what I mean? And he got a little tribute to Nipsey on here, which is dope, you know what I mean? He got a little like his Nipsey's eulogy.
Yeah.
He had did like some talking or whatever like that, and that's actually on the album, whatever like that, and everything like that. So it's dope. And it's actually, if you want to go be on the lookout, YG, and he got a YG Nipsey Hussle collabo album coming out that already had in the works.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, it's supposed to be coming out.
You got stuff in the can already.
Yeah. So look out for that on for YG or whatever like that. So we're gonna take a little break. Be right back. More Rap Delites, more hip hop, more TSK1, more batch. You know what I mean?
What's up? It's Miss Smith, and you're watching Rap Delight. Chicka, chicka, chicka. I check one, I check two.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I'm Batch. That is TSK1. Look at him. He even got it on his
This
hat.
just in. You know what grinds my gears?
You know what grinds my gears?
My fault. It ain't quite time.
Oh yeah, we got time. We got plenty of time for it. You know what I mean? Time for this shit. What you got something to grind?
But you know what really grinds my gears? You in the comment sections. No. You don't know what grinds my gears. A friend of the show, Chrissy Mack.
Yeah, a friend of the show, definitely.
EIMG, that's Educated Ignorance Music, informed me a week ago. Now, had I been on a week on time, I would have said this last week. But I'm behind time, a week, so I'm saying this week.
Let's go.
Educated Ignorant Pain. Let me read the news the way I got the news. Like I got my notes and shit. Okay. This was Chrissy sending me a text message letting me know what had happened as it happened. This happened
real time.
Pretty much last week, approximately a week ago. Now we know that the good news is she wanted to share with us for the show that Payne was
R.J. Payne.
R.J. Payne was being signed to Griselda.
Okay.
Griselda then gets website blocked on social media right before his new album is being dropped on.
Really? Oh yeah. I remember when that's what happened though.
Right. So as it happened and everything was going down, it was coming down pretty quick. Chrissy said, "We got banned from social media. They will not allow our website name anywhere on our bio, in caption or comment, and Facebook removed all of my previous content." So anything that educate ignorant music, and I believe BASF, which is Black Soprano Family, that educated ignorant music merged with. I don't know if it's BASF, but educated ignorant music is not able to upload any of that content onto their bios on our social media.
Oh, some like copyright shit?
I don't know if it's copyright. I don't know if it's just. I don't know. I ain't never heard no shit like this.
Yeah. It sounds suspect to me.
I ain't never heard no shit like this.
Sounds suspect.
You got to the bottom of
it. Sounds suspect.
I never heard no shit like this. Yeah. It's just odd to me. Just in terms of it is fishy in regards to it sounds to me that is damn sure somebody higher up.
Yeah.
Not wanting them to play, in that sandcastle.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah.
It
sounds that's some shady shit, whatever like that. But you know how I feel about like that censorship and that blocking shit on fucking social media shit. That go back into that whole Minister Farrakhan stuff, whatever like that. Like
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So this is just this one domino, being placed in front of the next, just in regards to a lot of this shit that's going on, and you said it here on this show. If it affects one of us, it's going to affect all of us.
Yeah, it's going to affect us all.
Just in terms of our voices and everything that we're striving to do technologically in this motherfucking world, that people are going to shut us down and shut us out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. But we want Chrissy to hold her head. We got to get Chrissy back on here too.
And just to give a quick bio of EIMG and BASF's merger. EIMG, that's Educated Ignorant Music. That's Chrissy and Payne and crew. Merged with BSF. That's Black Soprano Family. This is approximately 3 weeks ago. That's Benny the Butcher's label. Benny is under Griselda with Westside Gun in Conway. They started the label in 2014 in Buffalo, New York. That's Eminem signed Griselda. Under Shady Records in 2017. They are all street dudes with a past and rap about their lives in Buffalo streets. Very grimy sounding, vibe. First rap group ever to put Buffalo on the map. So this is what R.J. Payne is
collective with. You know what I mean? Well, I hope everything work out.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna reach out and hear and see, because nothing's stopping them. Mind you, nothing's stopping them. They're going full steam ahead. But I will reach out to Chrissy and
well, we gotta get Chrissy back on the show anyway. You know what I mean? So that'd be a good way to get her back on the show, so we can get some in-depth clarity on the whole situation.
You know what
I mean?
Bogus news and shit.
But
I'm not a fucking journalist.
Yeah, you are. We all journalists over here. You know what I mean? And up and coming. You know what I mean? Where that Pilsner at?
Pilsner? Where's the Pilsner?
There's a space right there for it.
Oh, you talking about beer?
Is that a Pilsner?
Yeah, Pilsner. What is it?
A lager?
No. Yeah. Shout out to Chrissy Mack. Shout out to R.J. Payne. You know what I mean? we're gonna go into the artist of the week. Brother who is amazing. It's hard to put into words what this brother contributed to hip hop or whatever like that. We're going to talk about the brother Heavy D. Born Dwight Arrington Myers. He's Jamaican born, American rapper, record producer, singer, actor. Remember he was in Life? He was in a bunch. Remember he was on Rock?
Yeah. He started in a lot of stuff. That's right.
Yeah, remember he was on Rock? He was playing like the villain on Rock. He was like the drug dealer or whatever like that. He was the leader of the hip-hop group Heavy D and the Boys, which included G Wiz, Trouble T. Roy, DJ Eddie F. The group had a big audience in America and around the world. They released 5 studio albums, which were produced by big name producers such as Teddy Riley, Marley Marl produced on there, DJ Premier, Eddie F, and of course Heavy D's cousin Pete Rock, who we just got finished talking about. You know what I mean? We're gonna shoot over here to my brother TSK1. And how did you feel about?
And them motherfuckers was real.
Yeah. What's up, cuz? Like, what's up, cuz? Like, they was real life cousins. You know what I mean? So what do you have to say about the brother Heavy D, Mr. TSK1?
Oh no, Heavy D was just like always for me, like, growing up, he was always a staple. Yeah. He was always
look at some grooves.
Old faithful. He was like Heavy D was always there, and his jams it was always there. Mm-hmm. It was something like what I'm saying.
Feels good.
The big bull could dance, You feel that big light skinned bull could dance like that. You know what I'm saying? That was the shit. And it was and this takes us back into James Brown, the JBs and Clyde Stubblefield, and those riffs and those samples that basically gave life and brought us a whole new element of new music into this thing called hip hop, and Heavy D was one of the bearers of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The thing about I remember when Overweight Lover came out. And I remember hearing it was a radio. They was playing that. That was about the time when
it's a definite radio.
Yeah, they were playing this shit on the radio, and Hev got big off that because I guess what Andre and them was trying to get radio shit over there, at fucking Uptown Records or whatever like that. And I remember this being on the radio. Like, it wasn't some shit that you heard on like some little tape or whatever like that around the way or whatever like that. Like, this was big.
And this was like where older folks,
they could get into it.
They could get into
it. Yeah. It wasn't like, cause he wasn't Rock Him.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was Rock Him was like hip hop, street hip hop. I could take a phrase if really heard. Like, my mom wasn't trying to hear that shit, but she could fuck with Hev. You know what I mean? And old heads could, they could fuck with Heavy like that. And Hev was one of the first niggas to like cross over into like that R&B chamber. Yeah. Like, as far as like collaborating. I remember when he did that joint with Levert. Just Coolin'.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I remember seeing the Just Coolin' video, because prior to that, can we pull up Just Coolin'?
Coolin' was the shit, and that was a period of time when a lot of R&B was changing over and becoming melding more with hip hop.
But I remember, but in the early stages, a lot of the times, even though hip hop was it was merging, they would get fugazi ass rapper dudes on the songs, or they be just like who this dude. Like, who they got on here rap? Because we was hip hop dudes. We knew that dude wasn't no rapper. There
was a lot of them dudes.
There was a lot of dudes like that. I'm like, and so when you saw Just Coolin' by Levert, it was like, that's a real dude. Yeah. That's a real hip hop. That's a hip hop dude on the R&B song.
Yeah, you can't get that.
Yeah. That was
the shit, man. That tape. What year was that?
This was 88. 88.
You know what I'm saying? 88 was a good year.
When he was doing that.
And that's the thing, like,
Easy does it. Do it.
and if nobody take a pause and think about that motherfucker, that pardon my language. Nobody take a pause and think about that island and how much culture and how much richness and how much talent comes from that island, the island in Jamaica.
Yeah.
My stars, man. Yeah. We would not have what we know as hip hop today or any other day without that island. Without the inhabitants and their contributions to this culture that we call hip hop. Much of it comes from there. This was the shit.
Yeah, this was another one that was on the radio.
Shit.
Yeah, this was on the radio. This was that shit. Have was the man. You know what I mean? And for a long time, and then first of all, I didn't even know the motherfucker was Jamaican because he was light skinned. When we was growing up in the 80s, Jamaicans weren't light skinned.
It was a few.
It was a couple.
I ran into it, and it was weird.
I didn't believe it though. I didn't believe him.
I seen a few.
I saw him.
Weird though.
I saw him say they was Jamaican.
This was back in the day.
I'm like, how you Jamaican? You light skinned though. You ain't got locks in your hair, and you light skinned. You can't be Jamaican.
And I can understand.
Yeah, and I can understand your language. You know what I mean? You ain't saying a mumbalas, man. You know what I mean? But Hev was able to cut through that stereotype. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was dope. You know what I mean? And he had a bunch. Remember the Peaceful Journey, John, after T-Roy passed, and he had a bunch of shit.
Just having the boys eventual escalation and the transformation and the evolution, and they just kept on changing. They kept on growing, and the other boys, especially Eddie F. Eddie F. had went on it.
Yeah, he became a really super producer. Yeah,
and everybody just kept pushing and kept adding on to Heavy D and the boys.
Yeah, Heavy D was phenomenal. And then you start getting into, after the whole hip hop thing or whatever like that, when he started getting into his acting thing, like we was talking about when he was in Life. And like I remember, I mean, he had a small role in Life, but I remember it was a TV show. I don't know if y'all remember Rock.
Bones Malone, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Rock. Remember when Rock went live?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they was doing Rock Live and Heavy D was on that. I don't know if he was when they were. I don't know if Heavy was on there when they were doing the live stuff. But I remember he played like a drug dealer, like around. But he wasn't like that typical drug dealer dude or whatever like that.
I'm not sure, but
but it was around that area. But Hev was on the motherfucker regardless. You know what I mean? And it was dope. You know what I mean? Dope as shit, man. I fuck with Heavy. And you know something? Another thing about Heavy D is when I was growing up with my Uncle Carlos. My Uncle Carlos was like light skinned and he used to wear like gazelle and motherfuckers used to say he looked like Heavy. My Uncle Carlos used to hate that shit. My Uncle Carlos, my Uncle Carlos, my Heavy D was fat and he wasn't fat. You know what I mean? This is in his mind, you know what I mean? But motherfuckers used to say my Uncle Carlos looked like Heavy D.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
I see that.
Yeah. You see he looked like Heavy D. And he had like the curly hair and the big light skin. He had curly hair, light skin with glasses. Heavy D. And he wasn't fat, but he was like, he was heavier. You know what I mean? But yeah, Hev is shit. Love him. Love Hev. You know what I mean? Remember in the what was that? The One More Chance video in the beginning when at the house party. yeah. But we.
But nah.
Yeah, it's all relevant. It's all relevant.
Like that video. That video, man. It was in. I mean, that just went right. Put a battery in Biggs back as opposed to as much it was a battery in Hev back.
You know,
because they both Jamaican.
Yeah. and I think it was like the way, like in retrospect, the way I kind of see it, it was almost like a passing of the torch type of thing.
That too.
You know what I mean?
I can see that too.
You know what I mean?
And it was the thing, like,
because it was like a leverage on.
Because was Heavy D like the first overweight rapper?
No, the Fat Boys.
Okay, right.
Yeah, the Fat Boys. But Prince Marky D was like early Heavy, before Heavy was Heavy.
But it was when the overweight rappers start become lovers.
Yeah.
Heavy D was the first
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you know, and I don't, you know, we all know that Fat Boys was being exploited and shit.
Yeah. And they did their little.
And I'm quite sure they would have, you know, but.
They had Johns that they catered to the women or whatever like that, but not in the fashion that had. Remember, don't you dog me. Don't you dog me. Arf, arf, arf. Remember that shit? Remember that shit? That was on Crush Groove. That was the song they had on Crush Groove when they was chasing the girl up the
What do you say?
Don't you dog me. Arf, arf. Go back and watch Crush Groove when the Fat Boys was in the high school. And that girl, they remember he had the John he was trying to get at her with her like that, had the muscle bound boyfriend. Yeah. And he couldn't get it because he was fat. And her boyfriend was muscle bound. He was like muscle bound. And he used to beat him up. Not like rumble him, but he used to like throw him in trash cans and shit like that. Go watch Crush Groove or whatever like that. But we're getting away from the point. But Heavy D was like the first one, you know what I mean? To actually bring that whole overweight lover, I'm chunky, but you know what I mean, I'm still gonna get the broad or whatever like that. And it was a
thing that like Heavy D pretty much set a precedent that, you know, like, yeah, y'all big guys, but you ain't gotta be big, like
sloppy.
You ain't gotta be hungry, guys.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be like them.
Yeah, because they was doing hungry. Because they was getting played. Yeah, they was getting played. Yeah, the Fat Boys was getting played and they was like, yo, do a song about food. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they was like, all right.
They were doing jams about pizza. And fucking eating.
Yeah.
Prince Marky D was like, yo, I'm nice, yo. When that unsung, he was like, yo, I'm nice. I want to rap about food.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But nah, you know, have set a precedent for every big guy or heavy rapper that will subsequently come out that they can get them bitches too.
Yeah, and they was on some smooth shit. I'm looking at they had Living Large was the first album, Big Time was the second album. They got them fucking suits on and shit like that. That's when the rappers started getting into the whole suits and, you know what I mean, chilling. They had Peaceful Journey, Blue Funk, and Nothing But Love. I got Nothing But Love for you, baby. Remember that, John?
And he had the John, he had a bunch of niggas on that.
Yeah, bunch of niggas. That was on Blue Funk. That was on Blue Funk. Yeah, Don't Curse. That was on Peaceful Journey.
And
yeah,
Rock,
with G-Rap and Grand Poobah and all that kind of. Yeah, have had joints.
He had joints. And he sprinkled them in, especially in that period of time when the sound, hip hop, it was changing.
And then it changed again, and it was in his favor. When like the whole like play, like not the play, but like when Diddy. Puff started doing shit where that kind of changed back into his whole flavor. It went from like New Jack Swing to the grimy era, and then like Diddy and them started making it fun again.
This era?
Yeah, this era.
Yeah,
when you could play this in the club.
Back and forth.
Yeah. So, you know, shout out to Heavy D. Shout out to TSK1. Shout out to the Rap Delites podcast. We will be right back with more of this work. You know what I mean?
Because this is like on the other side of Living Single. And
I'm Bats.
I'm Miss Smith.
And I'm TSK1.
And you're watching Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats, that is TSK1, and you are hearing from our speakers, the Notorious B.I.G, Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls, and all the rest of the names, Frank White, King of New York. Now, I always I never like, you listen to the radio, and when somebody passes away, you know what I mean, the day they pass away or whatever like that, they'll play a lot of their shit on the radio or whatever like that. I never liked that. Because it's almost like celebrating the death. I prefer to celebrate the life. You know what I mean, of a person. So I'd rather celebrate. So Big just had a birthday on the 21st. So we're gonna sit here and me and TSK1 was big fans. Pun intended. You know what I mean? So we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna give y'all about 20-30 minutes.
It wasn't no other
of us talking about B.I.G.
It wasn't no other. It's like, I'm sorry.
Now, right now we're listening to Party and Bullshit. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with this song. I know the motherfuckers that really was in the big know this song from the Who's the Man soundtrack. The Who's the Man, the movie with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre and all that kind of stuff. Had a dope ass soundtrack. Saw that in the theater. Who'd you go to see that in the theater?
I went with Jack King. Yeah, with Jazz G.
To go see Who's the Man.
Mr. Spectacular.
I missed that in the theaters.
Yeah, we went down there.
I missed that in the fucking theaters.
I thought we was going to have a wolf pack. I thought
whole
we
crew of motherfuckers. Yeah.
I'm like, it's just me and Jazz going. I was like, fuck it. We going. I'm going.
Hey, you know what I mean? But Big, he only did 2 full studio albums or whatever like that, but his impact on hip-hop is tremendous, you know what I mean? And he's influenced countless MCs in the present, and even his peers, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you got guys that like Jay-Z and
in particular
Jay-Z in particular and Nas, who this guy lit the fire underneath. And in the way that, like, y'all need to be putting out these kind of records. Y'all need to be doing these kind, you know what I mean, putting these big records out, because niggas wasn't putting out those kind of big records like he was doing, you know what I mean?
If you think about it, and it's no slight to those other MCs, saying Nas and Jay-Z, it's no slight to them MCs. They needed a page out of Big's book to be able to be able to continue on. They needed to become a little big.
Yeah.
To do what Big was doing, to be able to do it, to find out what it was that they need to be doing.
Yeah. It was like, he was like a gateway to something greater, you know what I mean?
It was needed.
You know what I mean?
You know, it wasn't not like a matter of something somebody
like you wouldn't have been able to get, in my opinion, you wouldn't have been able to get It Was Written if it wasn't for Big. You would have had Illmatic.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? But you wouldn't have got It Was Written the way It Was Written was done if it wasn't for...
Wasn't nobody talking as much flavor.
Nah.
It was...
I used to hate this song.
For over here on the East Coast,
but now...
it was motherfucking Biggie and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Nobody talking that much flavor and talking that much funk and that much flavor as them.
Nobody. And to prove that, we gonna get into it today. We ain't stopping. Nah, I mean, we ain't stopping. We gonna get into this shit today.
Nobody talking the shit that Wu-Tang and Biggie was talking. I'm talking East Coast.
Yeah.
Don't give me no. We're not talking that.
You in your bag?
I'm in my bag.
What the fuck am I?
We're not talking coaches.
But Wu and Biggie basically got the steam back.
When they came back in and they came in together, simultaneous, man, they kicked the fucking door in and it was like, what the fuck? We forgive you. Just happened.
Listen, and they did a song with, like, I ain't fuck with Bone Thugs.
Nah.
But when I heard them on this joint with fucking Big, it was some shit. All right, so we gonna shoot through.
If Biggie could do that.
Yeah.
When you shine on, you be like, fuck that. I'm not listening to them niggas.
Right.
And then Biggie on it.
You go in there listening to it. Like, you know what I mean? So we gonna shoot through. We just gonna shoot. We got time. You know what I mean? We got our own fucking time. I remember when Ready to Die came out.
Yeah.
I remember when Ready to Die came out, and we had a party at my house. We used to always throw parties at the house, and it wasn't just a stag party. It was women there, it was guys there. Once a month, we used to throw parties at the house. and we put this motherfucking album on and listen to it from fucking front to back and back again. The album, like, we wasn't in there, we were just vibing, like drinking Old English and eating chicken. You know what I mean? Listening to fucking Ready to Die in the fucking crib. Things done changed.
Chicken and beer.
Things done changed. Give me the loot.
Yeah.
Easy Mo B.
Yeah,
know what
Easy
I mean?
Mo B. Easy Mo B.
What did
Don't
Large
front. Do not forget about Easy Mo B.
What did Large Professor call him? The working man's producer.
He is. And there's something about Easy Mo B. If you comment on his post, he gonna fucking comment. He gonna reply to you. That's just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You Easy Mo B.
Easy Mo B.
That's
You
real
produced the
shit.
classic
Yeah.
Ready to Die. You know what I mean? Machine Gun Funk.
Yeah.
Warning, which was awesome.
Yeah. Ready to Die. Title track. The idea, like when I first, because we know we squatted up. I don't think you was with us that time, but it was a bunch of us that worked together. We squatted up and we went downtown. Right? But we was going all the way up. We was going all the way up out somewhere far to the mall. We was going shopping for leather jackets.
Yeah,
Right?
I wasn't there.
So we stopped downtown and I went to Sound the Market, Funkomart, one of them, and I bought the tape, Ready to Die. I came out, got in the car, and I put the tape in the car
Right away. You gotta do the plastic.
And we rode up wherever mall we went, which way we went. We went to the fucking mall and we was listening to Ready to Die.
And this fucking album is such an experience because they had the tracks was dope, but then they had the little interludes and shit like that Diddy became famous for.
And it's nothing new because we knew NWA had plenty in depth and intricate sketches and interludes and stuff.
Yeah.
But for that, it was something different about it.
Yeah. It was
know
way
what I'm saying?
different. You know what I mean? And it was dope, man.
Needless to say, long and short, we got to the mall, whatever they did our shopping, came back. But while listening to this whole tape, I mean, of course, we took breaks. But when I got back home to the city, and it was like, I was breathless. It was like I was out of breath, like, because it was like I never experienced a trip like Ready to Die like that ever before.
Nah. And it was a complete album.
Right.
It wasn't like, I hate to keep throwing Nas under the bus or whatever, like with Illmatic. You know what I mean? It was just like a couple songs were like that, but it didn't feel like a cohesive whole album. This was complete. And I think that's a credit to Diddy. You know what I mean? And putting together an album that had joints on there. Like Biggie was able to do his hard street joints. And he had his little like Juicy and stuff like that. And me and my bitch. Like nobody was doing this, bro. Nobody was doing this, man. Not niggas on that level. They wasn't doing this shit, man. And
even though Big didn't escape his share of controversy from the album, we would be remiss if we did not shine a tiny little speck of a light on it.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit going on.
He had some shots crossed his
Well,
eye.
I know with the album cover with the little
album
baby
cover,
or whatever like that, and then Raekwon and
Raekwon
Ghost and them
and Ghost
came at his
shit.
fucking neck. You know what I mean? Nigga came with some Nas
Yo,
shit.
happy go lucky, nigga. Pop no champagne.
Yeah. So he got a lot of heat from Ghost. I remember laughing my ass off at that because they didn't say his name, but you knew it.
Niggas got on some Nas shit.
Yeah, you knew it because
Like,
you
everybody knew.
because you thought it.
Everybody.
When you saw the album cover, you thought, that's kind of not. He didn't bite it, but it was there.
But the idea.
Yeah, the idea was there.
The feel for it was kind of there.
Yeah.
Even the track "Me and My Bitch" was, people threw shots at Big in regards to a rip on Apache's
Gangsta Bitch.
Gangsta Bitch.
Yeah, Gangsta Bitch. Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
he did Gangsta Bitch.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Current.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I can see that. I can see that.
Hey man.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Shit, MC Light did it with Roughneck. She just flipped it. Yeah, I mean, MC Light came out with Roughneck. She just that's kind of dude she wants. She wanted Roughneck. Remember that song? You don't remember MC Light Roughneck?
No, I remember Roughneck, but
You ain't want a Roughneck?
Nah, I don't want a Roughneck. But I didn't, you know, I didn't think.
Now this, I remember when I heard this. When I heard this,
Isn't that R. Kelly?
yeah,
R. Kelly. And that's
when Primo did that, when they sampled R. Kelly. Now I thought that was the illest shit.
Yeah.
Cause he was scratching an R&B song.
That was current.
That was current. Yeah.
Who are some of the producers on this album? We know we got Easy Mo
B, Premier,
Primo. We got Lord Finesse.
Easy Mo B did a bulk of it.
Yeah.
He did a bulk of it, and then they just scattered other motherfuckers throughout.
Who's some of your favorite producers on Ready to Die?
Who's saying?
No.
Say it in the comments. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I remember. Now you know the album came out or whatever like that, and this album was dope. But he was still like a hip hop dude or whatever like that. He didn't Biggie.
Yeah, sure.
He was still like a hip hop dude. He didn't. But I remember when, and I remember me and you heard it at the same fucking time when this shit came out.
Oh yeah.
When this came out, we was at Funkamart.
We was at Funkamart.
For sure.
We was at
Funkamart. Cause I remember when the Funkamart, and they was playing this over the fucking speakers in Funkamart.
I don't know if we squatted up, went down there, or we met up down there, or
yeah.
however. But we know where this scene and this fucking story takes place at fucking Market at where was it at 11th and Market?
Yeah, 11th and Market. Right there near the old Kitty City.
Yeah.
Right around in that area. Yeah, it was right around in the. Remember the old? It wasn't the old Kitty City, but it was in that same area.
It was on the other side.
Yeah, the same area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So we know.
Yeah, and we go downstairs and they played this shit, and I'm like, what is this? Because the album came out. It was already out, and it was like, what the fuck? This ain't on the album. Why don't I have this? Is this on the sound? I remember asking you, like, this on some kind of soundtrack or something like that? He's like, nah, it's just a single. I'm like, I need that.
Nah, I remember that shit.
I want that.
I wish I like, yo, what the fuck is this? It was one of those again, like, what the fuck is this?
Absolutely.
The shit he was saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the track, like the beat was bananas. The beat is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
If you know where they hooked that shit from, it's the original. Oh my stars! But that like the shit he was saying, like, ew.
Nah, any motherfucker whispering. And this is what I'm saying. This was a transitional record because this didn't sound like anything on Ready to Die.
Hell no, nah.
This was more cadence. This was more attitude. This is more bravado. More like everything. Like, yo, this was like, yo, okay, really? Y'all talking shit?
Yeah.
Here we go. All of y'all fuck on notice now. It really was.
Right.
And so like guys like Raekwon and Nas and all of them, everybody, y'all on notice now. With this motherfucker, this was them. They were put on notice with this fucking song.
It's not no track you gonna miss.
Nah.
Like, damn, who we talking to? Talking to
you. Talking to you,
nigga.
Oh man, so then it took its break, and in 1997, Biggie dropped "Life After Death," which was I remember when this came out. The girl I was dating at the time, she had bought it. It was a double album, one of the few hip hop double albums, you know what I mean, or whatever like that. And she bought it, and she like I remember when. No, let me backtrack. I remember when
you do gotta jump back.
Yeah. Let's backtrack.
We gotta jump back
to before this album came out and go into what? Junior Mafia. Yeah.
That was my shit, yo. Yo, this is one of the fucking greatest albums ever.
Yeah.
This shit was like a fucking anthem.
You know what I mean? We was jumping the shark real quick. We forgot that between Life After Ready to Die and Life After Death, Biggie put out his crew, Junior Mafia. And this was when he was more bravado, more talking shit. This is when he became like what we know as B.I.G. You know what I mean?
Frank White.
Yeah, Frank White. With this couple with all the remix shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that remix shit he was doing. You know what I mean? This shit was, and it introduced Kim, Little C's. What you need?
Oh my lord, is it on it?
Yes, it is. All that shit is on there. All that shit is on there. Now, TSK can bounce you through this album a little bit better than I could, because I didn't get it as good as he got it. You know what I mean? But what were some of the standout joints on the Junior Mafia album?
This track was his crew. This was his crew. It was
what were the group
if I remember that name, you definitely had Kleptomaniac. This is Klep right here. Klep is one of the, aside from Big, was in Junior Mafia. Big was one of the illest MCs.
Mm-hmm.
You had Trife and Larceny. Those was the twins. You had, Big Mama. You had Kim. Little Kim, the lieutenant.
Yeah.
You had Little C's. You had Chief Del Vec. You had Nino Brown. You had pretty much his whole crew.
Whole fucking crew.
And some of them cats was coming. Some of them most of them cats was coming along. Not all of them was rhyming. Mm-hmm. But just in terms of, like, those are most of the cats that
was doing the bulk of the rhyming or whatever like that.
But Klep was one of the illest MCs. This shit right here, this is one of the illest tracks right here. This shit stands by itself. Mm-hmm. Listen to Big right there. Bobby, dodgy, dangerous. This was my shit back in the day, man. This is my shit now, and it's like when he came out, it was like. And Big, the thing about the conspiracy, the album, Biggie didn't try to get all out front on it.
Uh-huh.
He put his crew out.
He was on it, but it wasn't like, yeah.
He put them out, and basically this was Biggie's, this was his record company with his partner, Lance Rivera.
Yeah.
And they started Big Beat Records, and they put Junior Mafia out, and
Little Kim
stand on their own.
Yeah. Little Kim came out and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, Junior. Yeah, I forgot. I ain't want to. We was about to jump, but yeah.
And the concept, the album, it was like a concept album. It was a story and shit. It just went straight.
Special
through.
Ed did production on it.
Oh yeah.
Special Ed. Shout out to Special Ed. You know what I mean? I got it made fame. You know what I mean?
Drums of Junior Mafia. Even that fucking summertime. These tracks back then. Man, this used to trash the streets back in them days.
Oh, we'd be remiss if we gotta.
Yeah. Oh, what? Come on now. Come on now.
You know what I mean? This is Biggie's legacy right here. You know what I mean? This shit right here is what made him stand out beyond everybody else. This is what catapulted this motherfucker into that other realm, because he was just like going at it with motherfuckers, man. Like, I love Wu. I love what Wu was doing, but this shit was just like. And he was feeding the masses and shit.
Right. And it was like, as Wu and Big came out, when they debuted, as they traveled two parallel roads. Mm-hmm. I traveled on both them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But as far as showing my ass, I wanted to be on that Biggie train to show my ass.
Oh, yeah. You know and I was speaking of Ready to Die, and when I heard this shit with Big and Meth, this shit was like, didn't they do this at the show?
They performed this at the show.
This shit is ignorant right here.
Shit, man.
It was like two of the baddest motherfuckers
that
out
was
of
history in the making.
Yeah, two of the fucking hottest new hip hop motherfuckers coming out of New York City on a song together. This shit is fucking classic.
And Method Man is the only feature on Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's something. Like,
And they were going back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I squeeze gats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me.
Man, yeah, it ain't some shit. Don't expect the mother lyrics over harmony. You gotta fuck with meth, dog. Because meth is universal. Meth get down with every fucking body. You know what I mean? And that's why I fuck with meth like that. You know what I mean? I ain't never heard meth come off as a hater.
it's like,
You know what I mean?
damn, you think of like somebody like Meth, like, damn, how Meth so fucking real?
Yeah.
I niggas like that is so fucking real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody who might have every reason to be a fucking prick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers is just real as shit.
Yeah, meth and motherfucking Biggie. Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. Everything you get, you gotta.
Before we jump up to
Yeah, I still got a ton of other shit. You reeled me back in. You reeled me back in.
Yeah, I was like, something happened.
So we gonna take a little break, and we gonna be right back with more of this.
Yeah.
We gonna be right back with more of this.
TSK1, and this is Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. We still on it. Still on this B.I.G. shit. Tribute to B.I.G. Shout out to B.I.G. He would have been 47 years old, man. That's crazy. You know what I mean? I'm playing right now the Craig Mack Flavor in Your Ear remix that Big just fucking came on and demolished from the rip.
Owned it. Motherfuckers own that shit. You know what I mean?
Guns and Roses, poses, shaking in the wood, invisible grilly, like the Gooch. Who says that? Who says that? He went back to different strokes on you. The invisible bully, like the. I always remember when they finally saw the Gooch. It was a girl.
Right, it's a girl.
Yeah, it was a girl. That was a girl that beating up Arnold. That was funny to me.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Because they never showed him.
Right.
They never
That was
showed
the real
the Gooch.
shit.
Yeah. They never showed the Gooch. You would just see Arnold come around with like a tire around his fucking neck. You know what I mean? And he just got beat up by the Gooch. I always wonder why like Willis never stepped to him. Willis was a bitch. Willis was a bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, you supposed to beat the Gooch up. But this was before Ready to Die came out, right? Or it was probably right on the cuffs of it.
No.
Was it? The Flavor in Your Ear remix? No, what?
The remix, no.
Okay, alright.
No, the remix started coming out later.
After Ready to Die came out already? Okay, alright. Stay corrected. But yeah, this shit was awesome. And then when to harken back to the whole Heavy D thing we was talking about with Heavy D and B.I.G. and Heavy D passing the torch or whatever, like so to say, when they brought out the One More Chance, the remix. The remix with that DeBarge fucking sample in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like the big old house. Heavy was out there at the door, letting motherfuckers in and all that kind of shit like that. And it was so dope because you already heard One More Chance. Then they got this remix with this fucking dope ass fucking DeBarge fucking sample. And everybody and their mother was in the fucking video. Everyone!
Shit was over. Shit was over after this.
Yeah.
That fucking summertime, that spring summertime, forget about it. Like it was around this time. Like schools was getting ready to get out for the summertime and
Yeah,
everything.
you used to go hang out in front of the schools, you know what I mean, watch the
Like,
young
yo,
girls come out.
like, this was it, man. It was over.
Yeah.
Cancel fucking Christmas. It was done after this.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, he could have any fucking thing he wanted.
Yeah. and he had Faith in the video, and he was married to Faith. You know what I mean? And she's singing in the video on the song, and then you had D Nice was in the video, Janae, fucking Craig Mack, of course, Diddy was in there. Heavy D.
And wasn't nobody, the style and the concept of the video was like a house party.
Yeah.
And shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we've been to house parties dope like this, you know what I mean? It was like one of them things that we would always try to recreate when we threw house parties, you know what I mean? Just have a bunch of motherfuckers, and you have different rooms, and everybody's grooving, but everybody's doing their own little thing.
Everybody was in there. You had every female, like
Total.
artist.
Of course,
Patra was in there. Was it MC Light in there?
Everybody
was in.
Everybody was in this motherfucker. Mary, of course.
Luke was in there.
Yeah, every fucking. This was dope. This was the thing that made. This was this King of New York shit.
Because it was like, imagine like this video going down. This whole video being redone down South Street. At the time. What did we like, adolescents, young adults, and
18, 19, around that area.
Yeah, and
it was like before we got into the bars. Before I got into the bars. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was around that time.
So it was like a video outside.
Yeah.
Like cars was going by knocking and shit, and it was just like the whole scene.
Yo, this is the shit.
Real, man.
This is the shit right here,
man. The soundtrack of our lives that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta love B.I.G. for this, man. This shit was just, it was something we never seen before. It was phenomenal. It was a phenomenon. You know what I mean? And then now we can skip up to
not to mention his lyrics.
Yeah.
The shit he was fucking saying. Why nobody saying shit like that?
Him or me, we could cruise the world with pearls, gator boots for girls. And Big put that shit in everybody's head. Like he put that shit in everybody's head. Like you couldn't even step to a chick if you wasn't coming at them like this half the time. You know what I mean? That's what they wanted, gator boots. You know what I mean? Gators. Yeah, Versace mosquito hoes. You know what I mean? You had to be a mosquito hoe, Versace hottie. You know what I mean?
Like, Big, basically, he pretty much taught you how to do it.
Yeah.
Once you grin, I'm in. Game, big game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And nobody else was giving you that kind of game.
You know
what I mean? Nobody else was giving you that kind of game. You know what I mean? He was letting you know. You know what I mean?
It was almost to a degree. It feel like you lost your big brother.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So after Big passed, after that he brought out his second studio album, which was Life After Death, which was a double album. We were talking about that a little earlier. Life After Death.
97.
That was 97, March of 1997.
Yeah.
And I remember when it came out. Chick I was dating at the time, she had it, and the video for Hypnotize came out. Before the album, whatever like that. I did not fuck with Hypnotize. Yo, I did not fuck with Hypnotize, man. I didn't. It was goofy. Remember the video?
Action sequences and shit.
Yeah. They had all kinds of and Diddy was crawling out the fucking back of the fucking car and speedboats and all that kind of shit. It was just, and they had mermaids and shit.
They was doing too much.
They was doing a lot. They was doing way too much, and it was just like coming off of One More Chance and the Ready to Die stuff. It was just like, yo, what the fuck is this? I get it now. I get it now, but I did not fuck with Hypnotize when it first came out or whatever like that. But then the album came out, and at the time, it was just too much for me to digest with the double album. It was a lot of fucking songs. You know what I mean? But I mean, with his passing, that was all you had. So I subsequently got time to get all of it in me, and it's a dope ass fucking album. Dope ass motherfucking album. It was theatric. It was theatric.
There was a movie behind this song. Turn It Down. Not Turn It Down, but you gotta have like.
Oh yeah. When you listen to Somebody Got to Die, when you hear all that shit going on in the background or like that shit was awesome. You know what I mean? That shit was so, and I would credit that to him listening to Snoop and they shit. You know what I mean? Like, and he actually talk about Snoop on this.
Raekwon and Ghostface did a continuation of it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
On what album?
I think they did that on Ghostini.
Oh yeah?
Ghostini the Great.
Wow. I gotta go listen to that now. You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody got to die. Fucking kicking the door. The Mad Rapper's introduction, you know what I mean, on kicking the door. I remember when this came out, I used to hang out with LC a lot.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
me and LC used to listen to this shit. We knew this shit by heart. Like, we was listening to this shit.
And I'm from New Rochelle, and I just don't understand why you so mad. Like, what you so mad about?
And this is D. Angeletti, who we talked about on earlier episodes with Two Kings in the Cypher. See how shit goes full circle with the Rap Delites shit. So this, and he did a lot of production on this album too. D. Dot did a lot of production on Life After Death. This is when Puff got his Hitmen, and they was like, he had his in-house producer, like Mo B was out.
This nigga made one album.
Yeah, out of here, Moby. Yeah, he was. Like, Moby wasn't doing the production anymore. Like, Puffy had Stevie J, D. Dot. He had the young dudes were like that. He could probably pay him peanuts. You know what I mean? Or like that. But Premier actually produced this record right here, Kicking the Door. And, actually, I think I heard that something like this album was, this record was, dedicated to most of the motherfuckers that was dissing Big at the time. Guys like, or dissing that whole, remember the motherfuckers was coming at the Champagne crowd? And this was Biggie's, this goes out to you and you and you and the J. Rules, the Ray and Ghost and all of those dudes or whatever like that, you know what I mean? This was his little jab to them. And Nas, I heard it was really the Nas. This is just what I heard. Yeah, you know what I mean? But this shit was heavy.
Yeah, I know this was the J. Rule.
Huh?
I know this was like as a jab at J. Rule.
Yeah, I know he jabbed the J. Rule.
I don't think it was no.
I know he jabbed the J. Well, I know J. Rule was mad at Premier. You know what I mean?
Because he did the track, but he was talking about them on the. He was talking about him on the track.
Yeah. So
that shit ain't explicit to me, but I was. Well, yeah, we can handle it.
Because you know all them dudes came up together from Brooklyn and everything like that, you know what I mean? Then he had the joint with R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
And this shit was just ignorant.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean?
I think that's why Jay took R was like,
well, you had to. You had to,
No,
because this shit was fucking phenomenal.
It became something else. It went beyond that.
Yeah, this was fucking phenomenal, though. And if you look, I don't know if you can find it out there. It's out there, though. There's a strictly all R. Kelly version of this song.
Yeah.
I heard
It's just all R. Kelly. Big ain't even on it. It's just R singing the hook and singing the song. Yeah, they play it on radio every once in a while. If you can find that, John, you probably can't ever find it now with this whole controversy going on with R. Kelly, but it's definitely out there for those who want to dig.
God damn. How about the time trip?
Yeah.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Shit just took me right back.
Then this shit has the introduction to the Locks on Last Days. Big and Jay has their second duet together, which is Love the Dough, which was like all of this shit now in retrospect is just classic. All of it. Love the Dough.
Yeah, like every song.
Yeah. Love the Dough. They was doing them little skits.
You already know the bag, nigga. Watch his face. Pass the chronic, nigga. You're talking all that
Like,
bullshit.
this shit right here.
100 I do? 100 I do? It's a bet. 200? 200.
Can I get a better? 5 or better?
Five or better? What you got?
I got a C.
Nigga, you. Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style.
Watch his face.
Everybody really playing too.
I love that kind of shit, man. I love it, man. And this album, this record right here was crazy. Just the sound of it.
I mean, it's a big. It is big.
Yeah.
I mean, big in scope.
Yeah.
Not just big.
Just
being
big. Yeah, nah.
But it's big in scope. Just that track and how that intro just, you know, I mean,
Lock me with real cash. Me and Biggie and the bottles be shaking Nation Diddy ass. And this was, Jay kicked his shit up. And Big was known to do that to motherfuckers. Big will make you kick your fucking shit up because you know you got to be on the fucking track with him, you know what I mean? But this is a heavy ass fucking song. What's Beef? Got a story to tell, which is fucking classic. This shit right here is classic right here.
Yeah, you can run from this. And you couldn't fucking run from
also, this. I want to give Big some more credit that, you know what I mean, his storytelling.
Oh yeah.
He was a hell of a fucking storyteller, you know what I mean? It's up there with the likes of guys like Slick Rick and stuff like that. His shit was cinematic.
If he'd have lived, he'd have been doing movies.
Yeah, because he was doing movies here.
Right.
These were movies. Like, I saw this. I seen it. You know what I mean? I seen this shit. You know what I mean? We already played Notorious Thugs. Miss You. This was another John that was like a storytelling John.
Me and OB together and
with 112 on the hook. And I love this album because he pulled in everybody. You know what I mean? He pulled in everybody that was on Bad Boy. Mm-hmm. Everybody that was on Bad Boy, he pulled them in to help with the album, whatever like that. And he just mashed it with the R&B blends, the different styles, dealing with Bone Thug and stuff like that, and the storytelling shit, and all kinds of, like, this just, even this song, which I fucking hated when it I hated going back to Cali. I hated this fucking song. Even after I listened to the album all the way and got into it, I hated going back to Cali. I like it now. I can deal with it now. But I used to hate going back to fucking Cali. But it's still big. He still was doing his thing. You know what I mean? And it's just a tight rhyme over a fucking funk beat. Me and Caesar Leo.
What made him do this?
What made him not do it? You know what I mean? It was just like, well, why not? That's the way Big, like listening to interviews prior to this album come out, he was just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, let me do that. Yeah, I got my dick sucked and my balls licked. You know what I mean? Like, Big was on this shit. It's the NOTORIOUS. You just lay down slow. Like a real dumb when he do one. Yeah, he was just doing anything he wanted. Because the world was his ashtray at that time. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He was big. And I remember Chuck was pissed about this.
Yeah,
Chuck D was pissed about this because
Chuck told you something, all right?
Yeah. Chuck. We talking about Chuck D from Public Enemy, whose voice is sampled for this song B.I.G. had on Life After Death, 10 Crack Commandments. And if you know Chuck D is anti-drugs, anti-crack, all that shit. And for Big to take his voice and sample it on a song about selling crack, he felt it was kind of a slap in the face or whatever like that.
Not gonna happen. And it didn't.
It was a slap in the face to Chuck D.
Not gonna happen.
You know what I mean? So he was mad at, huh?
And it did not. It got some reparations had to be made.
Yeah. So that happened and whatever like that. Then just to say that when we were talking about Big was doing anything he wanted to do on this motherfucking album, this shit right here, Player Haters, he was singing, not on the hook. He sang the entire fucking song, and then he had a hook, and then he came back and was singing some more.
They had to pay for that too.
Turn your head round.
Turn your head round.
Shit is ridiculous.
Yes. Listen, listen, I had this song on my voicemail.
They did the shit out of this shit.
I had this song on my voicemail. Nah, I mean, I used to fucking love this shit. Yeah, my pager voicemail back in the day, you know what I mean? But this is just dope, man. Dope, fucking Nasty Boy.
That shit is ridiculous.
Sky's the Limit. The World is Filled with Too Short. Downfall with fucking
Downfall,
with fucking DMC, which was awesome. And another joint that was fucking dope, fucking Long Kiss, produced by the RZA. This is my thing in talking about Big was just pulling motherfuckers in. He was like, oh, y'all don't fuck with me? I'ma call in your mans to do a beat for me. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit Big was doing. And them niggas was going to do the songs because this was Big. You had to do the fucking song. You know what I mean? Oh, Ray and Ghost, you gonna diss me? I'ma call your man in to do a track for me. And I'ma get your man to do a track for me, and I'ma kill it. He killed this shit.
5 out of 8 royalty points. Are you serious?
Yeah. Then the average player, hater, and spectators buy my CD twice. Yeah.
Business.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? B.I.G. man. Anything else you want to say about B.I.G. TSK1?
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
This
with me.
Living in love.
Big the credit or Diddy the credit for putting the album together?
I give Big the credit. I mean, because Big was being gangster with fucking Diddy. Big was like not showing, like telling fucking Puff like, yo, I'm not showing up if I don't get 10 grand. Like he was just like, and Puff had to bend because he was the flagship of Bad Boy. He was the flagship. Like Bad Boy was Bad Boy because of what B.I.G. Not saying that, like, I mean, Bad Boy subsequently was able to survive still because Diddy took the mantle as the flagship. You know what I mean? He had to become his own biggest artist. You know what I mean? But prior to that, he didn't have to do that. He had this dude. You know what I mean? So all credit definitely goes to B.I.G. You know what I mean?
So that's what happened with Bad Boy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Diddy had to step because Mace left. You know what I mean? Black Rob wasn't the flagship dude. Black Rob was dope and all that kind of stuff, but Black Rob wasn't big.
Craig Mack was never.
Craig Mack was. By the time all this came out, you beat it Jackson. Craig Mack was gone. You know what I mean? Shine was Shine. Shine wasn't big though. He sounded like big, but none of them dudes was big.
None of the R&B acts.
No, none of Total, 112, Carl Thomas. None of them dudes was able to put the label on their back. The Locks.
Maybe he did the Bad Boy and the Family.
Yeah. This the tour.
Some shit.
I remember what
they put like that
recently or the old John.
It was a compilation.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
with a bunch of motherfuckers on it. The Winans.
Yeah. Mario Winans. Even though I fuck with Mario Winans, but I mean none of them dudes are flagship. So B.I.G. tribute to B.I.G. This is the Rap Delites tribute to B.I.G. We just talked about both of the albums, remix stuff. It's really too much, not too much more to say, man. Rest in peace to B.I.G. Let's celebrate his life. Let's celebrate music, period.
Just remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go into some.
Never forget, you know.
We go into some shit. I gotta go into some shit before we fucking pull off. I mean, some shit before we pull off, man. Fuck with y'all fucking heads, you know what I mean? Yeah, you don't know nothing about this. Where it wasn't bitches.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Nobody till somebody kills you. Kills you. I don't want to die. This was the shit right here though. But yeah, let's. Dark Skin Jermaine. Call me Big Papa. We gonna be back next week. Shout out to my brother TSK1. Shout out to myself, Bats, the Fresh Prince, Mouth Almighty. Shout out to my sister, Miss Smith. We'll be back next week with more of this Rap Delight shit. You know what I mean? Peace. Rap.
Delites. Rap Delites.